stuff and mumbo jumbo and blah, blah, blah. That's good. That appears to be good. That's good. It's fine. Now we just grab the playback and I guess wait for a notification to pop up, hopefully. So, how's everybody's night doing? Hopefully quite well. Hopefully you've been good the last couple days. Sorry I've been absent, but I've just been kind of busy with class and having to do homework and just getting a few things put back together, and it's just yada, yada, yada. But, I don't know. Hopefully everyone's having a good one. What's up, Ape? How we doing? Wonder if I'm going to get any noties on this stream. Yep. Been a busy week. Yeah, everyone's back to school, back to work, back to more normal rate of pace. It's nice that it's the weekend again, I would say. Oh shit, that's why I didn't get a notification. There we go. I wasn't signed on to that YouTube thing. Oop, gotta turn that down, close that, pop this open. Got some Powerball tickets. Oh, nice. Let's hope you win some money. If you do win, don't forget about me. Let's wait for more people than... Yeah, no, trust me. We're going to probably wait a little while and wait till we have a good amount of people in before we get too crazy into these games. What's up, Daniel? Seahawks, Bills. Yeah, I seen you were saying that in the comment section. I think mostly Super Bowl is 49ers Bills. Bro will win 100,000. Is that all the jackpot is? I thought it was like $1 million or like $1 billion right now. If I won that money, I'd be pretty happy. I don't really do that though. I don't know. Tempting because of how much money that shit's up to, but it's also like, boy, wouldn't that be stressful if you did win? Because then everyone's gonna be like, hey man, can I get some money? Can I get some money? And the easiest answer is yes, and just be like, just never, just, you know. But like 1 million or 100. I thought I seen something like 999 million one of those was up to. It's crazy. It's an astronomical amount of money. More than likely, I just, if I ever won something like that, I just keep it private. I'd be like, can I do this very privately? I don't want anyone knowing. I don't know. So, again, the only reason I haven't really gone live the last 2 nights is because, in all honesty, outside of like a couple guys getting like removed, like Mike LaFleur or Patricia being kind of let go, there hasn't really been that much news from the NFL anyway. There's 5 Pokeballs you have to get to be a millionaire, and the closest I got was 3 right down, and you got $15. That's pretty good. What's up, Jeremy? So the Jets are probably going to be looking at a new coordinator, which isn't really surprising. When Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys didn't score an offensive touchdown for 3 straight weeks, right? And again, that's not a shot at your team. Your quarterback situation's goddamn abysmal. I don't know what happened, but again, it's not a. Again, I think your team actually has a pretty bright future for the first time. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's more just like a correct, like if I'm right on the stats. But yeah, if you didn't know, that's why Mike LaFleur got his ass fired. You don't get fired. You don't get to keep your job when you score 3 touchdowns. When you don't score a touchdown in 3 weeks. That's even Matt Patricia wasn't that goddamn bad. You know what I mean? Like that's bad. That dude lost Brees Hall, and their offense was garbage the rest of the season. It was like, oh, we're a probable play. Oh, nope, never mind. We won 1 more game after a 7-3 start. Very much like Miami. Yeah, no, Jeremy, I agree. Yeah, you guys, yeah, you had to fire LaFleur. I agree with that. And Patricia was like, well, not really fired. Patricia wasn't. He was more or less just kind of moved. He's no longer the offensive coordinator. He's just some vague part of the team. I'm not really sure to what degree. An exciting coaching prospect was taken off the market, though. What's up, KHY? You think Brady they're going to finally do it? KHY going to beat him? Do you think that the move says they still think Wilson? Yeah, I think so. I actually still think Zach Wilson could be a good quarterback. Believe it or not. I know I make fun of the kid a lot, but I've also been very, very consistent with Zach Wilson, where I think, like, again, he's got everything you want in a quarterback. And a rocket arm, great athleticism, seems to actually know when to use the athleticism, can make big-ass throws for some reason. He needs a coach that'll, like, sit his ass down and be like, all right, you're doing this, and that wrong. You can fix that, and we'll see if he's an actual quarterback or not. But he needs like an actual like QB developing offensive coordinator, or like a better quarterback coach or something. But yeah, I don't think Wilson's completely a lost cause. I think it was bad coaching was a lot of the problem. Again, he's got a good intensity from Salah and everything, but Salah, he can only be so helpful with offense, No chance for the Bucs to win? Really? You don't think there's any chance for a guy who's never lost to your team to beat them? Carr left his statement. Yeah, Carr's definitely leaving. They're going to be trading the guy. Happy for Carr. He was always like the third best quarterback in the division. Yep. I'm wondering if he winds up in New York or Washington. Those are my two best guesses. Maybe they would get Carr or something to keep Wilson to see. Yeah, that's kind of Jeremy. I'm leaning on you guys getting Derek Carr. I think he's like your number one destination kind of guy. Pacers Hawks. Oh, is it a big game? Jordan Palmer. That wouldn't be a bad pickup. Dan Orlovsky. Tom House would be a really good guy for him to go see in the offseason. I think Brady's 7-0. Yeah, Jesse Palmer is good, or Jordan Palmer rather, sorry. But I think you should just go to Tom House. Tom House will see anybody. Brady's quarterback coach is Tom House. Exactly. He's too selective. Just go to Tom House. He'll take Wilson in. Brady gave his best shot, but I just feel like this game being too much for the old man. We'll see. I have my own theory, KHY, that I believe the Buccaneers have been playing possum this regular season. Kind of just, because again, they didn't need to do much. They didn't need to win by like any great amounts to win that division. And why not like play half the season at half degree, go in very well rested with very little injury than you already have. You know what? And then like you're already hosting a playoff game. You're going to host a bunch of them for the most part. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea to do what Dallas or the Bucs did. They didn't have to like win 10 games to win their division, so why put forth that effort, get tired, and blow yourself up before the playoffs? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and the Bucs just aren't good. But like, I don't know. You know, when that team would come back with like 3 minutes left and then win the game, like down by multiple scores. It's like, what team are they really? Are they the team that can score 17 points in like fucking 3 minutes, or are they they can't beat anybody Bucks? Which team is it? You think it's the end? Go look up, you know who Roger Staubach is? That's how he and the Dallas Cowboys won a lot of football games, by the way, playing possum. Bucks can quickly go into that win mode. And yeah, it's just Brady. It's just, I don't know. I think the most pleasant pick is taking Dallas because they sparked. Yeah, I mean, Dallas could beat. I mean, if Tampa's not good, yeah, they'll get smoshed on. Get thrown around also, I don't know, so many times. Yeah, Jimmy G, Lamar. I mean, all those guys would look good in the for the Jets. I think, though, in terms of like your best fit would be Derek Carr or probably Lamar Jackson. We'll see with the Bucs, man. I really do think the Bucs have been playing possum this year. Again, there's zero reason for them to have done better than they did. Why? They won the division. It'll be Super Bowl. It'll be 38-14 with 2:30 left. Brady, that'd be unreal. Lamar on Pats would be an interesting one. Yeah, I'm wondering what happens with all that this offseason. But then again, I think the Patriots, as we were kind of alluding to, they're going to be bringing in a new offensive coordinator. And I'm imagining, depending on the kind of guy they hire, that'll hint to you what they're doing with quarter. If they go get a guy who's good with like play action, West Coast style offenses where the quarterback doesn't run around a lot, then they're probably keeping Mac and developing around Mac, which is probably the direction they're heading into. Which is, I mean, if you hear rumors pointing out that, like, at one point in the season, Mac was calling around the league trying to find someone to help Matt Patricia, and Bill didn't put him in that much trouble because I think Bill halfway appreciated Mac trying to fix the team and get the offense better, but also got really pissed that he just didn't keep it in-house, that he was having, that he doesn't, you know. But again, it's one of them things where it's like, if Mac wasn't the guy that they think would be the guy, that dude, he'd be fucking gone if you did that. Like, if you weren't a top guy in New England. Again, let's also think about this. If they really would have just been done with Mac, they'd have just put Bailey Zappi in for the rest of the year. It's the Patriots. Do you really think they give a fuck? Has that ever been a thing like, oh, we can't, well, everyone's gonna judge us? No, they just get rid of Mac and pretend he didn't exist, just like the 49ers did with Trey Lance. That's my favorite part of the 49ers. Someone else pointed out, whatever happened to Trey Lance? Nobody knows. He's just hurt, and they're just never going to talk about that again. He's going to be traded for like a second-round pick. And, oh, boy, that's a big L for the 49ers, though. They gave away a lot to get a guy that they're not going to use. We'll get to the games in a second. Yep. Ravens versus Ravens. Yeah, they might. It just depends. D-Hop to New England. Hopefully. Jordan Love. He's just the 49. He's the Packers backup. Let me just finish reading. Giants versus 49ers or Bucks in NFC Championship. Steelers Nation said not to get carried away. Eagles are afraid of us. True. Can't beat you a third time. What's up, J-Ho? J-Ho? I don't know why I just go J-Ho. What up, J-Ho? Rodgers better take his old... yeah, Rodgers better just give it up, too. Now. No, I'm not split. I think he's 100% going to be back and should be back. He's a good quarterback. He was top 5, apparently, in big-time throw percentage. And apparently he was also top 10 in interception turnover-worthy throws this season. So, yeah, no. Those two stats indicate to me that Mac Jones isn't a bad quarterback, but he was in a bad system. It was a system failure rather than a player failure. You can go look at he has the second highest fucking completion percentage behind Joe Burrow. I think Mac Jones and Joe Burrow are the two most accurate quarterbacks in NFL history their first 2 years in the NFL. Just a little history lesson. That's how good Mac is not the problem, by the way. He's a more durable Jimmy Garoppolo and a little bit better of a gamer than Jimmy G. That's how you can categorize Mac. That's what I think Mac's going to develop to. He's about Jimmy G, a little bit better than that, and a little bit more durable. Well, a fuckload more durable. I don't think that kid can get hurt. Well, he fucking almost broke his ankle, but he was back in a few weeks. In the past, Eagles fans would be looking forward to, yeah, I don't think they want to play you guys. 49ers, Jaguars, Bills, Giants, Eagles, and, oh, for sure, Jay, you just got them out of their rapid fire. Take away our atrocious offensive coordinator. Yeah, I think the Steelers will be back next year in full force. Does Staley getting Mike Williams hurt automatically get him on the hot seat? If they, yeah, 100% KHY. I'd 100% fire Staley even if I'm the Chargers and we win the Super Bowl, I'm firing Staley at the end of the year. Without question. Zero questions asked. That guy sucks. He's a terrible head coach. They should have been in the playoffs last year, and they shouldn't have been anywhere near not making the playoffs this year. They should have ran away with the 5 seed. I'm talking 12, 13 wins. The AFC was not as good as we all thought it was going to be this year, and the fact that, again, very good football team. They win despite that shit head coach of theirs. And no offense, let's politics. I know you're a Chargers guy, but please fire. Even if you guys win it, please fire your coach. I can't believe you're going to waste Justin Herbert with that dude. It's insanity to me. Go get Sean Payton. He'd take the job tomorrow. What's up, Lions Planet? 3 of the games, I think, maybe blowouts. Yeah, I think so, Jeremy. The Jags and Chargers says, let's get to the games. Jags has a tough physical team. Yep. Again, not a bad defensive coordinator, but He makes a lot of bad mistakes, but I don't know. I guess he's doing good at the end of the year, so I guess we'll see how his playoffs run go. Not sitting his starters was baffling. I guess for a half it's okay to play your guys, but for the second half he should have sat everybody. I don't understand his decision making sometimes. Calling timeouts when his quarterback sees an obvious like big play. It's like, dude, there are so many small things. Again, yeah, I would almost ask if he'd be willing to just be a head defensive coordinator again. I think he's a good coordinator, but a bad head coach. He's a little too young still, I think. But again, maybe he improves. Look at Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor was a dog shit head coach. Now he's pretty fucking solid, right? All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? Sorry if I'm missing anything anybody's saying. I'm not meaning to cut anybody off. We have like 80,000 things we can talk about like after we get through the games, if that's cool. The Patriots have a whole bunch of wide receivers that are 2s and 3s, but we don't have a number 1 in New England. That's their actual problem. That's the biggest problem with New England's receiving core. It's not that they're bad. All the receivers New England has are very good complementary receivers. You put a real one on that team like DeAndre Hopkins or like if we can steal Mike Williams from the Chargers or something, boom. That fucking receiving core is nasty loaded. Sorry, that's all. Sorry. Okay, let's get into it. We have a bunch of stuff after we can talk about it clearly. Yeah, I like the Bengals a lot too right now, Jeremy. It's hard not to. Anyway, Seahawks and 49ers. Let's go take a peek at the line. We have the two NFC West foes. I think the Chargers swept them dudes this year and blew them out in both games. The Seahawks are favored by 9.5 with an over-under of 42.5. 98% of the experts are on the San Francisco 49ers, with not a single person who picked in the top rankings for the regular season picking the Seahawks. Seahawks. You picking the Seahawks? Chiefs are not as good anymore, to be honest. They had very close games against that they should have been. I mean, hey, we'll see how the Chiefs do next week, huh? Who they have to play. Yeah, 49ers, Seattle. So the way I'm looking at this game is you have a rookie quarterback going for a football team, and that always complicates games in the playoffs, in my opinion, right? There hasn't been a quarterback to win a playoff game as a rookie since Russell Wilson, right? Was it Russ was he the last rookie QB to win a playoff game? NFC games seems to follow pattern. Oh, 100%, Jeremy. That's why I'm very nervous for the 49ers. They could be upset here. You said Seahawks minus 9.5. Oh, yeah, whatever. I just misspoke. 49ers do their original smash mouth, pull the knife. 33-17. My score prediction, 49ers win a low-scoring fair, 17-14. You have the 49ers and Chargers winning. You, Rob? I've got the 49ers. And I'll give my reason in a second. Do you think the Brody? Oh, the quarterback? No, I think Brock Purdy's in a better situation than Mac was in. To be honest, he's on a team with a fucking pretty good loaded offense with a very competent head coach. One of the things Kyle Shanahan is very, 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 very good at is getting the most out of his quarterback, because he's very good at knowing what a quarterback does and maximizing that to its full potential, which is why he's good at like getting like Nick Mullins and getting hit like a fucking near perfect game out of a guy like that. And Nick Mullins has never played a good game again outside the 49ers organization. You know what I mean? It's like this crazy ability where it's like, no, this Purdy seems like a good young quarterback, right? And it seems like he's in a very good situation with like a great offensive line, great playmakers like Kittle, Debo, the running back Christian McCaffrey, like that Brandon Ayuk. He's got weapons on top of weapons, and that's something that's probably going to overwhelm the Seattle defense. That's kind of like secondary heavy. I have very big questions about if the Seahawks can stop the run, and with like the ability of Christian McCaffrey, how much does that open up the pass game that's been very, very dangerous for the 49ers as of late? Seattle gets too aggressive and yeah, dude, and that's the problem. If Seattle gets over aggressive, then they'll just start pitching it to Debo or letting McCaffrey take it to the house. Like, they'll just utilize their fucking super football team. It's like, I don't know if like that young defense that has a lot of holes in it for the Seahawks is ready for what this offense can do. Now that it's again, I don't even know. Have they played the Purdy version yet? But yeah, Seattle also is kind of like a miracle team playing way above where they're supposed to be, and they barely snuck into the playoffs. If they weren't playing the Rams last week, they'd have lost that game. You have to remember also, thinking about the Niners defense, it's probably one of the best I've seen in a very long time. I don't, do we really think an offense that's been struggling to score against like the Rams is going to come in here and just beat ass? I don't think so. This is the kind of defense that you can look at and go, oh, this is a team that could win a Super Bowl as long as their offense just doesn't blow the game. That's a Super Bowl level team. Lions should have got in. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, if the Lions would have been playing, you would have had one of the best offense, if not, one of the top three, going up against the best defense in football. It would have been quite the goddamn show. Who has the linebackers? Not much, Mike. Not many. Yeah, we're on 49ers versus Seahawks, Matthew. They will next season, I'm sure. The Lions, yeah, I have the Lions as early division favorites. Seattle still has some firepower on offense. Oh yeah, they can, but again, it's like not against. I don't think against this defense. Yep. All right, so I think we're all on kind of a similar page. I didn't see a single Seattle upset. I think Abe said Seattle, but I think he was just messing around. Oh, no, I misspoke about that. Yeah. All right, we'll move on here. That game's pretty well spent. This is probably the best game of the weekend, because I feel like it has no clear winner. The Los Angeles Chargers take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. The Chargers are 2.5-point favorites with an over-under of 47.5. 54% of the experts are taking the Jaguars and 46% are on the Chargers. It seems like all the top experts are on basically the Chargers with a few on the Jags. So I see a lot of people are going to want the Jags. It seems like a lot of people are picking them. So the way I was able to rationalize this game for myself, like ultimately I had to come down to this. I think the coaching, you could pretty much put square in the hands of the Jaguars, so that's a kind of a whatever situation. But like ultimately I think this comes down to two situations. One team is wildly overperforming what they really are, right? Like, because, again, the Jaguars are a good young football team and they're playing good football, but, like, are they actually this good, or are they kind of overperforming at a wild level? And if they're prone to slip at playing at this high of an overperformance. I think that's very much the case here. I think they're going to be a very young team that doesn't have, like, any playoff experience that's going to go in there and kind of feel like, again, they're gonna feel like the Jaguars, but they're gonna like look a little off, and it's mainly because, again, I think they're wildly overperforming, and when you're like consistently wildly overperforming what you like kind of act like your talent levels, which is what they're doing, it's nothing fine with that. It's kind of like Seattle. They're kind of like, wow, they're having a really good out of nowhere year and way above where they should be. So then you go and look at who the team they're playing is. And I look at the Chargers, I'm like, why are you guys so bad this year? What happened? Why are you underperforming? So I'm like, so this is a team that should be way the hell better than what they are, but probably 2 to 3 wins. Should have never had any sweat on making the playoffs this year, whether it be just bad coaching, kind of, I really don't. Injuries are also bad for them all the time. But again, they're kind of underperforming their expectations and what they could be playing like and what they should be playing like. So to me, I kind of have to look at this and meet it in the middle somewhere and go, well, I guess you have a team that's overperforming wildly versus a team that's underperforming kind of wildly. The Chargers got really hot at the end of the season. So did the Jaguars. But again, one team is more, the Chargers getting hot and starting to win a bunch of games is more just like that's who they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be a dominant team that wins a lot of football games. So they're kind of just getting back more into form rather than like overperforming and like not really playing like who they really are. They're playing who they are, which should be dominating football teams and winning games. For the Jaguars, they're hot right now, but it's because they're wildly overperforming. So which team is more likely to slip up in this game? I'm guessing the Jags, and that's literally my rationale on this pick. I know it's kind of fucking very convoluted and but this game to me is like a 3-point game. So I got the Chargers. I have the Chargers. Like literally like 21-18. It's 24-21. It's just like, Jesus, what a close game. One team's really crazily overperforming. One team's finally coming around the corner in the Chargers. They're both white hot. I got the Chargers left here because they should survive. Yeah, we'll be doing both of these games, by the way. I think Bosa is actually back in the game. Trevor Lawrence hurt his toe. Okay. Yeah, Mike Williams is dealing with an injury. That's true. You got Chargers, but Jags are close. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on a similar boat there. Jags know how to play teams very well. Balanced. Yeah, I think so. They're very well coached with Dougie P. I'm just reading what everybody's saying. Just kind of getting shoomp. All right. Yeah, Bosa's back last week. Played for State. Yeah, I was going to say Bosa's back. You like the Jags, Mike? Okay. Again, this is one of those picks where I feel like you could be right with any kind of logic you use. Chargers don't match up well versus the Jags. Again, remember that week one, there was also a game earlier in the season in which the Jaguars beat the dog shit out of the Chargers. So that could also be weighing into your equation as to why you may pick the Jaguars. The Jaguars use the run again. They have a good shot again. Yep, home field advantage. Jaguars can run the shit out of it. Again, I understand why you'd pick the Jaguars. I just wonder if something has to give in this game. Yeah, I don't either, Jeremy, because the Chargers were also very banged up early. What's up, Kryptonian? Who I think will get a touchdown? I think Ayuk definitely scores, and I think McCaffrey definitely scores. Jackson Deville. That's a hilarious way to say that. Jags have 5 players questionable to play. Yeah, injuries are always a bitch at the end of the season. You guys were hurt early in the year, politics. Charge defense going to step up. Yeah, they're getting healthier as the year's gone along, and they played a little better as the season ended. That's the name of their mascot, Jackson Deville. That's hilarious. But I do agree this is a toss-up. This is probably the best game of the weekend, depending on how you view the Giants and the Vikings. Sneaky dark horse? No. They'll be fun. Which game? I'm doing both the games tomorrow, Kryptonian. I like Kyle Van Noy. Yeah, Kyle Van Noy stepped up huge for you guys. He's a good playoff guy. One of your picks will be biased. It happens. Do you play FanDuel? No, but I like the lines they give. I'm not really much of a gambler. What's up, James? Yeah, I'll be doing both. Yeah, and I try to. All right. You guys know how bummed out I am. I have to get up at 8:30 tomorrow. Well, I have to be in class by 8:30 tomorrow, which means I got to get up fucking hella early tomorrow. Awful. Shit sucks. See the Bills destroy the Dolphins. Yeah, I mean, the next game won't take long to talk about. Lawrence has never lost under the lights in his whole career. Really? Big primetime games? Didn't he lose a national championship? School on Saturday, or is that in the NFL? No, yeah, I have class on Saturday. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a weird hybrid class that only meets once every once a month, and the rest of it's online. So it's really not on Saturday. It's only once a month on Saturday we have to go. Tomorrow's the first day. It's gonna be a bitch. I'm fucking bummed out, but we don't meet next Saturday, so that's not a big deal. NFL career? Okay, I got you now. I got you. Yep. I understand what he meant now. I understand what he meant. All right. I guess we can move on here. I think we got our thoughts out. Again, we can always go back to games. Yeah, it's half online, half in school. It's weird. You have to bike 12 miles for your classes. Sheesh. I probably have to go like 3 or 4. Kind of. To the building anyway. I live right across the street from campus. Anyway, Miami Dolphins take on the Buffalo Bills. It'll be the Dolphins at Bills. The Bills are favored by 13.5 with an over-under of 43.5. And the Bills are 99% picked by the experts with only 1% on Miami. And every single person on this front page picked the Bills, mainly because the Dolphins are going to be without Tua Tagovailoa. Yeah, it's a hybrid class, Jehu. Yeah, no Tua. White companies, yeah. 31-13. Yep, they got big Skylar Thompson, the legend, the man, the myth himself. No Tua blowout. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of like, I guess the real question in this game is, can the Dolphins keep it close? Yeah, we talked draft. That'll be coming in the coming weeks. As more and more comes out about the draft, it's just, right now it's pretty still early from that. Driving 15, it still is a lot. Dolphins probably wishing to give the Bills to the Steelers. I think it's a blowout, like no matter who it was. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I know why the Dolphins were excited to make the playoffs, right? Because it looks good on your team overall. But it's like, boy, your prize was not very fun, was it, Miami? Enjoy that. Your backup quarterback's about to have to go up into Buffalo and get the shit beat out of him. Dolphins are dominantly talented on both sides. They don't have a good defense. Bills have been very edgy this year, despite there being no Tua. I do believe Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo blows them out. The real question is, do they cover that 13.5 point spread? Do the Bills cover that or like win by 14? Or did the Dolphins cover that mighty spread against them? I'm guessing Buffalo covers it. And this is like when New England got beat by Buffalo last year, like 47-17. I mean, they tried against New England, and if New England didn't go into soft prevent defense on that last play and let them walk a touchdown down, what would the final of that been, like 27 to? What would have been the final? 27-13 or some real sad score like that? We'll talk about the Matt Patricia. Dolphins will weirdly best the Bills. Again, that was when the Bills were dealing, like their whole secondary. Like the Bills had to deal with so many weird injuries at the start of the year. I feel like not even bullshitting. I feel like their whole defense was hurt in week 3. I'm not even, like the whole thing. If the offense struggled against the measly Jets, then you have no shot against one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best, which is 49ers in my opinion. Jehu. I get the Jets' offense sucks, right? But their defense is really good. The Jets. Hey, DeMar Hamlin's probably going to be at this game on Sunday. He's cleared and ready to return to the sideline. Not to play, but he's like, cleared to return to like action and like be on the sideline and shit probably. Yeah, Jets defense is unreal. Like Sauce Gardner is like an actual guy. No, Jehu, not just the Patriots and everybody struggled against the Jets. I don't know one team, maybe like 2 teams had good games versus the Jets this year. Ain't nobody have a good time versus the Jets. The Lions put up like 24 by some weird miracle. Vikings. A lot of people think the Vikings are a fraud. We'll get to them in a second. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Yeah, exactly. 260 or so, I think, versus the Jets. Yeah, and I think that might have been the Lions who threw for 260. So it took literally like the best offense in football to do any damage to them. So, dude, the Jets are a scary football team that if they can find an offense, oh, fucking shit, they're going to be good next year. They very well could be like a division-winning team. Just really depends on what they do with their quarterback. And if they can keep C.J. Mosley. That's going to be a big one, too. I don't think he's sticking around. But again, he might. I have no idea. I'm a huge Jared Goff fan. I got criticized for calling him a special bridge QB, but never gave up on him and never lost faith. Yeah, trust me, Lions Planet. We've always been big. Maybe Jared Goff can turn it around, guys. Here. My belief on Jared Goff is as good as the team is around him. The Lions have a really good football team. Jared Goff's playing really good football. That line, really good. Jared Goff plays really good football. This has nothing to do with the fucking Dolphins versus Bills, but I don't think there's anything really to talk about in that game. It's kind of like a nice little pause. Jets need Lamar or Carr. Yeah, Carr is, I think, good enough. I think it's more of a system fit, too. But again, they have a new offensive coordinator coming in, so... Boys are 0-4 against the Jets. LOL, they were embarrassed in 2019. The Cowboys? I didn't know that. Was what? Yeah, Matthew, I don't really... CJ Mosley was also like a first or second team All-Pro. I don't know why people would laugh at Mosley. He's really good. I'd kill to have him in New England or in Detroit. He's literally one of the best linebackers in football. He's so underrated somehow. I'm so glad the writers and people like understand football that like they're like, no, CJ Mosley's one of the best in football, and everyone's like, really? It's like, yeah, what football have you ever watched? I think Will Levis being drafted to the Indianapolis Colts, that'd be a good move. Yeah, dude, CJ Mosley literally should be the Lions' biggest move. Aggressive move. Yeah, it's a dumb move. But yeah, the Vikings, let's go ahead and move on to the Vikings and Giants, just because this we ran the course on this Bills-Jets game because there's nothing to talk about in that Bills-Jets game. Or the Bills-Dolphins game, sorry. All right. Giants and Vikings. Vikings, I see a couple of Giants upsets flooding in. Oh, shit. That's 1, 2... Vikings frauds. Okay, this is your upset pick. You have the Giants. A lot of Giants upsets. Holy moly. Vikings only favored by 3 with an over-under of 48.5. Pickwatch has it at 67% Vikings, 33% Giants. With a healthy mix on the front page, mainly the Vikings by the front page experts. Top guys. Top Gs. Bugatti drivers. All right, so... here's kind of why I don't really care about the point differential being negative for the Vikings. Again, yeah, they lost, 4 games this year, and they probably got blown out about 4 times this year. I understand that. That looks bad. That's ugly. It makes them look kind of bad, and like they can't win blowouts, which most teams don't win in blowouts. Usually when you get blowout, you lose, which is a crazy statistic. What's up, Jax? So then I look to... all the little side things, right? I have to look at like, all right, well, if they're winning like 4-point games, isn't that usually a good thing? Aren't most playoff games really close usually because all the teams are pretty? Hey, hell yeah, Jax, I'm glad to hear. Aren't like that's like one of the things I'm most confused about right now. It's like, yeah, they got blown out by like the Lions, Green Bay, 2 non-playoff teams, the Cowboys. And the Eagles. So if they were playing those 2 teams, I'd worry a little bit. But they're playing the fucking Giants. They're 11-0 in 1-score games. By the way, that's a very, very good statistic. Are you a Lions and Bills? I'm a Patriots and Lions fan. That's a Mac Jones jersey, a Ty Law / Stephon Gilmore jersey, whichever one your heart desires. And that's a giant Patriots emblem in my background with my 6-team Super Bowls. Yeah. But I also love the Lions quite a bit. What's up, Jacob? So the more I'm looking again at this game, I'm like, all right, I don't personally think it's bad to win a bunch of close games. Like, I've never understood how the logic works there. Yeah, and of course they're going to have a negative differential when 11 of their 13 wins are by 1 score or less, and they've been blown out 4 times. What's up, Rob? How's it going, buddy? To me, that doesn't really show a fraudulent team. To me, that shows a team that can win games when they're behind and can come back and win, and they can win close games. And they can win via blowouts because they won 2 like that. I think you learn more about what a team is made of if they're, again, you don't really learn anything about a team in a blowout. They just had a bad game and they lost. They just had a bad game. You win a game, if you win 11 very close games with like very tense situations around them, why is it? That's not a bad football team, guys. That's a team that doesn't fucking lose close. Like, they win clutch. They're well coached. They understand moments. They're good in situational football. Like, I don't understand how this is being used against this football team. I'm going to read some of what people are saying now to see like where the arguments for the pro Giants are. Because again, I also have my reservations. I don't trust fucking Kirk Cousins in these kind of games. If he wasn't their quarterback, I think 0 people would be picking against the Vikings in this game, personally. The backups pulled off a good game against the Eagles. Fair enough. So that showed me something. Fair enough. Okay. Tomorrow's a big day. Jags playoff game. Hey, hopefully you guys can pull it off. KSI's boxing event, UFC. Yo, I'm going to be doing a bunch of football. I don't trust Kirk too. Yeah, I don't think anyone does. Well, both teams have a bit inconsistent throughout the season. Yeah, fair enough. Well, the Vikings have been very consistent through the year. They've been the same team from the start to finish. Could you see a 49ers versus Chiefs rematch Super Bowl? I very much could, Lions. I was thinking about that earlier. That's a very possible rematch this year. Kenny Golladay is going to be the number one. He only needs like 200 more catches to like get his incentives or whatever. Giants been pushed in the driver's seat to earn the spot, and congrats to Dabo winning Coach of the Year. Did he win Coach of the Year? Oh, he probably will. Yeah. I'm taking the Vikings, but I'm more confident with the Giants coming away. I mean, that's not impossible. I trust Kirk after this year, though, being 11-0. Yeah, that is such a big statistic. If you actually like understand, like, what? Okay, I have a genuine question. Can you guys tell me the last team you've ever seen criticized by their score differential? Please tell me. Like, name the last team you've ever heard be like, yeah, they're not good. Their score differential isn't good. Please tell me. Please tell me the one time you've ever heard that criticism. And then, like, it actually meant anything. Think about that statement. Please. Again, the Patriots that year that they had a bad score differential, they won the Super Bowl. Was that the 2018-2019 Patriots that beat the Los Angeles Rams? Oh, so teams that win a lot of close games and then sometimes get blown out typically are really good. Yeah, the Buccaneers are a sub-500 football team. They snuck in the back door. Vikings had an easy schedule. I mean, hey, a second-place schedule is a second-place schedule, right? All the Giants have to do is follow the Cowboys playbook from the Sunday before Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not a bad point, Rob. This is kind of like the Raiders and Carr last year, winning a bunch of one-score contests. Yeah, but the Vikings made the playoffs and won 11 of those and 2 more blowout games, which is insane. And again, the main question is, can the Giants offense keep up with the Vikings offense if both defenses break down, which could happen? We'll get to Brady and company soon. Do you think Brady is done for real? I hope he's done so he doesn't get hurt and have a bad year. But no, I think most of his issues are the offensive line this year being bad. I think if Brady's line was a little better, the team would have been way better. What's up, Nicholas? How's it going, boss? What's up, Chris? How you guys doing? Welcome. All right, so this game, again, this is one of the other we're doing all the games on Saturday, I think, too. I may skip that Dolphins-Bills game just because, again, it's going to be boring horse shit. By the way, if you haven't looked like, consider doing so. I'm sure we're doing pretty good on likes. I haven't looked. But since there's a bunch of people in here, you could leave likes. That'd be awesome. I appreciate y'all. Kirk Cousins, 8 game-winning drives. Yeah, that's a very significant stat. Doing good. Excited to see these playoffs, minus my team getting their ass kicked. Yeah, Nicholas, that's probably the only one I'm not going to stream. Not going to lie to you. I like Kirk Cousins. I like his attitude. I think he's a good leader. I think his teammates like him. I think the team likes him. Like, I think that's the more important. I feel like he's not a bad guy. He just seems to have this hilarious tendency, Matthew. Again, I don't think it's hating Kirk. I think no one trusts him in big games because the dude literally fucking folds the minute the lights get a little bright. They put them from 5 to 10, and he goes, whoa, that's really bright. Yeah, literally, there's guys who'd kill for Kirk Cousins in here right now. What's up, Janelle? It's crazy how the Vikings are undefeated. Yeah, Nicholas, that to me is a very significant thing. Dolphins are surrendering because their quarterback's out and they don't have a backup. Yeah, maybe he can. Hey, Kirk can change his whole reputation by winning a playoff game. Yeah, that's the problem. Two of these middle games are just kind of dog shit. But again, I think the Ravens' defense is actually good enough to cause problems. We'll go over that in a second. Green Bay and Dallas both held Jefferson and Kirk in check this year. Philly def did too. Yep. Again, the problem is, Rob, do we think the Giants have a good enough defense to do that? I've seen the Giants get boat raced several times this year. Like, I'm talking like fucking just massacred. I've seen their defense just give up like 40 like 3 times this year, and I'm very worried about that. If the Giants win with their lack of wide receivers, then Danny definitely deserves to be. Yeah, 100%. That's going to be the thing. If the Vikings defense can stop the run, they could pretty much win the football game. It's just like one-dimensional stop. And again, if the game does break down, do we trust the Giants offense to be able to keep up with this fucking Vikings offense? Again, we're talking about both defenses kind of just don't show up. This is just teed up for the Vikings to win to me. Yeah, at home, the Vikings are going to be pumping in fake crowd noise like they always do. But again, I can see the argument for the Giants quite well. By the way, if you're the Dolphins and you want to go forward with Tua as your quarterback, go get a good backup like Case Keenum or somebody like that, like an actual like Colt McCoy or like a good insurance policy, because you're going to need one. I will admit that this Vikings team might be the craziest I've ever seen with a fan of this. Nicholas, I have a question. Have you ever judged a team off their point differential? Like a team with 13 wins. Have you ever looked at a 12 or 13 win team and gone like, I looked at their point differential and it's not very good, so I don't think they're actually good. Do you know how desperate of a reach that, not that saying that's what you're doing, but like, if you have to go all the way down to point differential for a team that's won 11 fucking one-score games to be like, well, they're not very good. They haven't scored more than they've let up. What about those 11 one-score wins? It doesn't mean anything. Fuck it. Actually, low case Keenum, he's like an RG3. He just can't get his... are you talking about Tua? Yeah, it is a unique football team. I will say, I agree with that. They're very uniquely, their wins are very unique, the Vikings are. And I wonder if that translates to playoff success. I guess we'll find out. Brian Daboll's had some pretty decent playoff success with the Bills, so we'll see. This will be a very good football game. And I think Kevin O'Connell was on the Rams last year as their offensive coordinator. The guy who looks like a very buff version of Nicholas Fuentes, Kevin O'Connell. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing, man? Purdy, yeah, very. You know what's hilarious? Brock Purdy could win Rookie of the Year for offense, just for like 5 weeks of effort. He's like the only good offensive rookie outside of Kenneth Walker there was. It's Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, or fucking old Brock Purdy for Rookie of the Year on offense. Yeah, go look at Kevin O'Connell. Look at Kevin O'Connell and look up Nick Fuentes. Them dudes are the same fucking. They look the exact same, and it's hilarious. It's just like, holy shit, one literally just the buff version of the other one. Well, hey, Kevin, what kind of views you getting? Poor Kevin O'Connell. It's like if Nick didn't become an anti-Semite, and just like instead of getting beat up by bullies, they embraced him and he hung out with them and played sports. That's what he turned into instead of some weird, you know. Not like Wilson played the whole season after either. Yeah, exactly. The offensive rookie of the year, I think, is going to, I don't know who wins that award. It feels very vague. I wish Mac was a rookie this year. He'd have won that shit running away. You know how much bullshit it is that my team, of course, Mac Jones has the year he has, because any other year in history, Mac Jones would have won rookie of the year last year, almost unanimously. Not when Jamar Chase is right there. Son of a bitch. Do you know how much bullshit that was that Mac Jones rookie year also happened the same year Jamar Chase's rookie year happened? Yeah, you could just kind of look at it, and it's hilarious how much those two look alike. It's just like how Sean McDermott and Bill Burr looks like or Sean McDermott looks like a roided up Bill Burr. It's like a similar thing. It's like, holy shit, man, why do those four guys all look like that? Yeah, Jamar Chase was unfair for Mac. Saw what they do. Yeah, exactly. It's really eerie how much they look alike. What's up, stud? How's it going? Every time I see it, I'm like, man, that's creepy. I wonder if they're related. How did Garrett Wilson get like a Jeremy? I have no idea. I don't know where Garrett Wilson put up the numbers he put up. It must have been against all the shitty teams that you guys played. That must have all happened. Them 7 wins were when all his numbers happened. Because nobody knows when Garrett Wilson put those numbers up. Because he had a great year. Like, for all things, like Garrett Wilson's an elite receiver based on getting 1,100 yards and somehow. He's not even good, Nicholas. He's an elite receiver. That's what that tells me. Fuentes should go to the Vikings. I mean, that'd be hilarious. It'd be a good bit if he did that, Rob. His like, but then again, may not want to go there because there's some people there that probably have some wild opinions of him. Minnesota's probably not the safest place. Minneapolis of that for like someone like him to go. That place is probably crazy. But then again, I don't know how Minnesota is. Nobody knows how he got the yards. Yeah, nobody does. Garrett Wilson's again. He should win Rookie of the Year, but they'll probably give it to Kenneth Walker, mainly because like Kenneth Walker was like a lot, like he was like 80 to 90% of the fucking Seahawks offense down the run. We are crazy. It's crazy how the Jets have a defensive player of the year candidate in Sauce Gardner, and offensive rookie of the year candidate in Garrett Wilson. But just imagine if they had a better quarterback, they'd have been in the playoffs. They could have won the. No, they wouldn't have. They'd have definitely been a wild card team. Wilson was unstartable in fantasy. But yeah, they need to have like big games out of nowhere. Probably like 400 yards. All right, you guys ready to move on to the final, to the next game here? I think we spent a lot of time. I think Steelers Nation's right. Ravens Bengals will be sharpening the knives in this, but drastically, I think since he is levels above Baltimore, this is where Lamar Jackson will start. Okay. Yeah. Lamar Jackson's not starting in this game, so. I told everyone Kenneth Walker was going to be a good. Yeah, I'm happy the Michigan State product's doing good. We see Bengals. All right, so let's take a peek here. We've got the Ravens at Bengals. What's the line? Bengals are 8.5-point favorites with an over/under of 40.5. 98% of the experts have the Bengals winning. Only 2% have the Ravens. Every single pick on this first page is the Bengals, and I'm guessing that they're basically looking at last week. Looking at this week going, they're not any better. This isn't going to be good for the Bengals or for the Ravens. I don't see it as a blowout just because of the way the game last week was. I have it at like 24-21, 24-20, where the Bengals probably win rather comfortably and the Ravens make it kind of close late. But again, I think the score might be a little bit closer than what the actual game indicates, kind of like a 24-13 final, but like they sneak a touchdown in at the end. Yeah, there's only 2 games that aren't obvious. Well, 3. I would say half the games aren't obvious. I would say the Giants and Vikings, the Chargers, Jaguars, and the Cowboys, and I would say half the games aren't very clear. J-Cam. Even with how good the Ravens defense is, I think the Bengals defense. Yeah, again, the Ravens defense can stop them, but again, what are they going to do on offense? We already seen what their offense can do. What are they just going to? Is Huntley that much better? Is it really Lamar's knee or is it the contract? Rob, I think it's the second. It could be that Lamar knows the receiving options suck and he doesn't want to risk further. I think I agree with that. I think it's a bit of both. I think the knee's bad, but I also think he could play. But he's not going to play without them giving him a contract. And then all of a sudden they give Roquan Smith the most money for a linebacker in NFL history. Right? They pay that man $20 million or $25 million for 4 years. And they're basically looking at Lamar going, we don't got no money to pay you the most money for a quarterback. So What's up, Golden State? So I think there's actually problems in the locker room for the Ravens as well over the Lamar Jackson, Roquan Smith situation. Again, I don't think there's bad blood between those two guys, but again, I think there's might be tension in the locker room because they won't pay Lamar, but they're paying everybody else. When their argument for not paying Lamar this season was they don't negotiate in season when they just did. I think there's some problems there. Yeah, Jake Ham, there's a lot of people here are picking the Giants, actually. I got to stick with the Bengals, too, because they're your Super Bowl guys. Yeah, that's how I feel with the Bucks. I also think the Bengals are pissed about the NFL. Yeah, I think the Bengals are going to be really pissed about that. Burrow is a known winner. He's proven that he can keep counting on him. He's proven that he can beat great teams. Bengals will win this. Yeah, I think so. I think, again, they have a good defense, the Ravens do, but I don't think their offense is enough to win the game. Yeah, the connection, the duo. Yeah, it's a great connection. I wonder if Joe Burrow is the best Bengals QB ever. Yeah, probably already. I mean, Ken Anderson was pretty good too, and Boomer was all right. I wonder if Lamar will be on the sideline. He'll probably be on the sideline. He goes on the sidelines. T. Higgins, Mixon, Boyd, Bengals win 23-13. That's kind of where I'm at too, politics. I said a 24-13 type final, but like I think the Ravens sneak one in and make it like 24-20. So it seems a little closer than what it was. Lamar wants a Watson contract, 100%. Yeah, and then I don't think Lamar understands. It's nothing personal against him. It's just like the Browns were just, as you said, it's a desperate move by the Browns, which they probably didn't need to do. My favorite thing about the Browns, man, I'm not going to lie. They'll do whatever they can to do some of the most mid-range behavior. Hey, we're up at 14 likes, by the way. I appreciate that. I just had to go and do something real quick and turn on the little thing that, I don't know. I'm demonetized all the time, and I have to turn that off. What's up, Ven? Lamar plays and gets a bad injury. That's exactly that. Again, I think it's a combo of both with Lamar, where I think his knee is hurt. But again, if he was paid up, he'd be playing. Like, if they'd have paid him, he'd be playing in this game. T. Higgins gets overlooked because Jamar. Yeah, T. Higgins, Boyd. A lot of those guys get overlooked because of Jamar. Yeah, Jehu, that's what I like about the wild card. Every game's, I always like rematches. I think except Dallas and Tampa, right? Browns will do whatever they can to do the dumbest things possible. Yeah, sometimes. They also do a lot of smart shit than a lot of dumb shit. Chargers and 49ers win on Saturday, and the Bills, Giants, and Bengals win on Sunday. Then finally Cowboys. Oh, you like the Cowboys, Lions. Okay. I'll be watching them all, Nicholas, but I probably won't be streaming the Dolphins and Bills. No offense to your team, but I don't really want to watch Buffalo beat the shit out of you guys. That seems really boring. I'm like, ugh. Seahawks 49ers game because I'm going to a hockey game, but I'll just be on the chat. Okay, for sure. Yeah, I mean, just tune in if you can. Wouldn't it be great if Lamar and Jamar were on the same team? I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool, but like Joe Burrow is probably the quarterback for Jamar Chase. Browns will do anything just to look good, and they say they tried. I mean, let's be honest. Deshaun was starting to look good at the end of last year. Can we at least all admit that? McDaniel's gonna force two in. Yeah, I mean that's probably what they want to. Maybe they should forfeit. No, I mean they should try. You never know what could happen. All right, we got one game left. Yep. And then we'll just do like an NFL free talk. I mean, this took about an hour to get through the games. Believe it or not, we've been streaming for an hour. It's been a quick hour. Lamar doesn't have an agent. Yeah, Lamar's self-represented. Yeah. So I have a question about Andrew Tate. This isn't about his like crimes or anything. Does he got like a really bad lazy eye? Because I seen a picture of him without glasses on, and I don't know if it's Photoshopped. Does he got fucked up eyes? And is that why did he get kicked really hard in the face or something? Because I know he's a kickboxer. I'm not making fun of the guy. I'm just curious. Is that why he's always wearing sunglasses? I seen some fucking goblin looking demon. He was like, one of his eyes was out here, the other one was like looking down here and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Put the glasses on. I don't know anything about him being out soon. The charges seem pretty bad. Let me pull up this Gargamel looking picture of this fucking dude. I don't know if it's real or not. You guys. Oh, he had an eye injury. Oh, well, that's kind of, I didn't know that. Hold on. Yeah, hold on, let me show you. He's 100% got a bad like thing going on. But he also does have a very funny chin. Where the hell's my? Hold on, let me show you something. This is what I mean. He's definitely got a lazy eye, but I don't know if that's because he got kicked in the head or something. You know what I mean? That's clearly okay. He's clearly got some shit going on here. You know what I mean? I don't care about none of the politics stuff. That's not what I'm talking about here. Oh, I spelled that wrong. And then, yeah, okay. He's just, is it just like a head injury that he suffered? That's what I'm guessing. You know, he just looks funny. What's up, Kenny? Something about back in 2013. Yeah, that's crazy. Did he also have a chin injury? No, that's just a weak chin. Eye injury? That's what I thought. He had a real wall-eyed look on some reality show. Yeah, Rob, it's very funny. Yeah, he just got his ass eyes, and I don't trust anyone with ass eyes. I'd keep him in prison for the eyes alone. Remember, I still remember when the Chipotle commercial popped up after a good promo, and you thought the guy was, as you said, it was a fat guy cooking. Yeah, that pissed me off. What is a fat guy cooking commercial? Oh, it's Chipotle. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he walks in with glasses on. He just takes them off. He's like, I can't see, I'm blind. It's like, ugh. Eyes like on the head of a fish. Yeah, he's got like fucking ass eyes. I don't trust it. Anyone with bad eyes, I think, should be thrown in Romanian prisons for life. That's my belief. Yeah, no, he literally doesn't deserve freedom because of the eyes. That's my full, honest belief. Don't care about anything else. Them eyes tell me he's murdered thousands of people. You can't have dead ass stare and a lazy eye and a broken socket and not be a fucking mass murderer of millions, allegedly. All right. Anyway, let's move on to this next game. That's my end of my Bengals Ravens stuff. But I just thought I'd bring that up because people, I don't know. I feel like no one. I didn't know what he looked like without the sunglasses until like 4 days ago, and I haven't gotten to talk about it yet. How do I feel about the Tigers' new outfield thing? Oh, I'm happy the Tigers moved in their outfield. My buddy dated this hot chick, Marlena, once, who had got a lazy eye from putting hits of acid in her eyes, then dated a chick. See, that's a pretty cool reason to have a lazy eye. The first one, a little cooler than the second. The second one's just kind of sad. I got Tampa Bay. We got Tampa Bay. Those eyes don't lie. Glasses on, he looks cool, you know. Dak throws a pick six every week now. I got Tampa Bay. Dallas is overrated. I put that in all caps because every year it's the same thing because this is every year with the Cowboys. Okay. We got Bucks. All right. We have the Cowboys and Buccaneers. The Cowboys are still favored by 2.5 with an over/under of 45.5. 45% of the experts are on the Cowboys, 55% on the Bucks. With this being the most mixed up, but primarily there's more on the Bucks, it looks like, than or on the Cowboys than it is on the Bucks, but it almost might be 50-50 on the experts front page. Yeah, Greg Soto got traded. I'm very upset about that, but also not too upset because they moved in the outfield and made the fences shorter, so we're going to give up more home runs, and Soto's a home run. Decent prospects? No, I don't know. We'll see. Not really thinking about baseball right now. Sorry to tell you. Skip is... What? What is Skip saying the GOAT about? Oh, who is Skip going to vote for? Probably Dallas. But he also probably wouldn't be upset if Brady wins. I want time to win, but it's going to be the Cowboys. Their D is just too good. Well, I don't know. The Cowboys defense got smoked up a couple times lately. A few times this year, actually. But again, their offense was good enough to overcome that. But again, I think aren't all 5 of their losses like pretty bad losses in terms of their defense just giving up a dickload of points? Bucks win. I'm seeing a lot more Bucks than the Cowboys. Dak knows how to underperform in the playoffs. Haven't seen him blast the stereo. How do you exploit Parsons in the Cowboys? I have no idea. Probably have to do just quick passing, like Brady's really good at. Like the only way to neutralize that pass rush is you just got to get the ball out incredibly quick. Shotgun formation the entire game. Keep a running back there to block. Maybe even keep a tight end back to block. And then they'll probably just quick pass the shit out of it all game. Try and draw PIs downfield really, really quick with Evans and Godwin. And I think that's where Brady and them are going to excel, is in that quick offense where I think they'll take advantage of Dallas's kind of shitty defensive backs. Which women? What are you talking about? And in what case? I don't even... Where'd that come from? I don't know. Maybe they did. Accused who? You're just like speaking in vague generalities. Who are you fucking talking about? Dak or Tom? I don't know if anyone's ever accused those two of that. Who exactly are you talking about, Jags? No, I wouldn't. I have the Bucks winning the Super Bowl still. What's up, Aaron Judge? Dak needs to not make mistakes. Yeah, that's the problem for me. It's like I just don't trust Dak in the playoffs, and I just definitely don't trust him against Tom Brady and the Bucks defense that's really, really, really good. Oh, fucking Tate. Dude, we're literally talking about like 50 different NFL people. Like, I have no idea. Like, dog, we're talking about the NFL. No offense to the NFL players, but do you know what league we're talking about here, Jags? Some people call it the National Felon League. I didn't know if you were talking about Watson, if you were talking about fucking somebody else who'd been in trouble. I was confused for a second. I was like, oh, great. Who the fuck else raped somebody? No, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, Jags, but I was like, man, if we were talking about computer science or something, I think I would have assumed Tate. I have no idea about any of the details on the Tate stuff. I'll have to be honest. I don't really care. To me, it's like not that big of a deal because I don't know. We'll find out if he's guilty. If he's guilty, then you know what I mean. I don't mainly follow the meme versions. I follow the memes. I didn't even know he had a brother till he got arrested. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that there was a second one. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I just know he's into like men's self-help. Like that's all I know about Andrew Tate. Sometimes money still can't fix your problems or help. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like Dak's inability to throw touchdowns. Dak hasn't been steamrolling up since 2000. I mean, he has good regular seasons, Dak. He's just not really like a playoff guy. Not very clutch. Purdy versus Brady would be pretty funny. I also think the Bucks defense looks mid this season, but it's Brady's versus Cowboys, so Bucks. Aren't the Bucks like a top 10 defense this year? I won't swear to it, but aren't they like top 10 this year? They're like fucking half trying and shit. Again, I fully believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to look so drastically different come Monday than what we thought they were all year. It's going to be like, oh, no, that's actually, oh, fuck, they're like one of the best teams. How'd this happen? I just don't want anybody to like act shocked. Yeah, I think they did get some of their injured players back on the line too, which is like huge. If they have 3 offensive linemen, they're gonna fucking shred people tomorrow. Yeah, I think Wirfs is back. Yeah, I think they got a couple guys back this week. And that literally that makes so much difference. You don't understand. Give Brady 3 offensive linemen and a tight end and a running back. He's pretty well set. Tomlinson Gates or whatever the fuck his name is. Last road playoff win, but was by the Cowboys. Well, I don't know. We can just fucking Bucks were at 9. That's why I thought they were top 10. I knew they were top 10. I just didn't know where. Thank you, Ven. I appreciate that. See, I thought they were a good defense. That's good enough to win a Super Bowl. Top 10 defense. If their offense can wake the fuck up and do what I think they can do, I guess we'll just bullshit for a while. I probably can't stay too late because again, I have to get up at like 6 o'clock and I have to be in class by 8:30 tomorrow. So I don't know how late I really can hang out tonight, but I'll do like another half hour if that works. Which could turn into more. It's just just depends on how the conversation's going. No, we're fine. I think we can keep going a little bit. I'm also scared the Bucks are going to show up and it'll be like a different team Monday. It'll be like, oh shit, they're good. Yeah, Jeremy, that's the thing I'm going to be annoyed about. If people do that, and it's going to be like, that's not surprising. You guys, why would they have had to try? Oh, Jensen might be back. Yeah, that's like one of their best linemen. So yeah, I'm not really changing any of my picks. I feel very confident in the way I picked this week. But just in case I didn't, my final picks are the fucking 49ers, Chargers, Bills, Vikings, Bengals, and Bucks. I pretty much win all the home teams. Which means I'm gonna that's gonna come back to bite me. The work life will tune into the luxury lifestyle. Hopefully Steelers Nation. Brady turning using that statement on Monday. Hopefully. I have to get up early as well for the KSI event. What time is that start up at? I'd go Jags Chargers. Oh, Ben, yeah, you can tell me your earlier picks. I was just kind of laying them out there for people who might not have been here as well. Dak lost twice to Tampa. Both times he's played them in the last 2 seasons. He beat them in the 2016 and 2018 when it was the Jameis show. Yeah, beating Brady's a whole different animal, though. The Saints just drew it up. Remember that by Tom? Oh, yeah, they won just how they drew it up, 2 p.m. That's not that late. How's that getting up early? I got to get up at like 6 o'clock. That's going to suck dick. The other games I'd go for the home teams except the Jags and Giants. Yeah, a lot of people have the Jags or Giants win. I've been going to sleep at 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Well, that's pretty late. What's your picks? Yo, I got my big-ass graphics card today. You guys want to know what I mean by, want to see what I mean by big-ass graphics card? Hold on a second. Fucking, it almost didn't fit in the computer. I was like, ooh, that was close. Let me show you. Open in browser. Here we go. That's my computer, by the way. That's what's running right now. Look at this bad boy. That's my radiator. Hold on. Is this on there? Yeah. My radiator right there. Let me make it a little bit larger. The picture is not the greatest quality. There's no backplate on this. I'm not really certain as to why that is, but I don't really care about that. Look how fucking close that thing is. Woo! That's taking up a lot of room in there, gentlemen. Do I have trouble sleeping? No, I fall right asleep. No, I fall right asleep. I did the Israel birthright trip thing, Rob. Now, my sleep schedule. Oh, you have a fucked up sleep schedule? Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jeremy. That sucks. I'm sure you enjoyed your birthright trip, though. That's probably pretty fun. I'll start taking Neuriva. I know my brain isn't fully developed yet, but I would love to take it. Oh, I don't know about any of that. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. The fucking hole, it takes up a lot of room in there. A very crowded computer all of a sudden. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, McVay's staying, it sounds like. I feel like I'm right about that. I feel like I should be able to gloat a little bit about that when I was going off and popping off on people. No, I've never been to Israel. I'd like to go, though. Yeah, it's not bad. Not a bad PC. Very clean, very clean. You think Rodgers is done for good? I'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, no, I was pretty right about the whole Sean McVay thing. My take was like, I don't see why he just leave. Yeah, same here, Van. I literally remember my whole thing. I was like, why would he leave? What has indicated that he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild? But the thing that only made it seem kind of true was that he let his staff just leave. He's like, if any of you guys want to go find a job, go find one. It was like, oh, that's a little alarming. But that might just be who he is as a coach. I think he may just be like, hey, if you guys can get better jobs, go get them. So I do. It was very odd that people just thought he wasn't interested. It's like, guys, he is like a football guy. Like a 34-year-old doesn't become a head coach because he only wants to just win. No, he's fine with the whole. He loves football. He's fine with the winning, the losing. All of it's fun for him. I never understood that logic. Maybe if he was like a 50-year-old and he pulled this off, then yeah, he maybe would have, maybe. But guy is only like in his mid to late 30s, guys. Yeah, or if like everything collapsed, like it's not even bad. If everybody gets healthy, the Rams could be a bounce back team next year with like 2 offensive linemen. Tannehill should just stay where he's at. The Rodgers situation, that's an interesting one too. Tannehill's probably going to stay in Tennessee. I don't see them giving up on Tennessee or Tannehill now. Their offense is dog shit without Ryan Tannehill. Like actually like a bad football team. I get that it's mainly Derrick Henry, but like it's not. You know what the Tennessee situation showed me at the end of the year? Ryan Tannehill is so fucking important to that football team. It's not even funny. Think about this. They were winning games without Derrick Henry. They can't do fucking anything without Ryan Tannehill. They didn't win. They don't win. They don't win. I don't care. Literally, Ryan Tannehill was a number 1 seed with like 90 injuries last season. They are a better football team when Ryan Tannehill is leading them. That's the simplest. I don't care. I don't care about anything else. Unless they find somebody who wins better with him than him on that team, there's zero reason to replace him. Just like with Jimmy Garoppolo. Until they found somebody who could win better than him, why replace him? Unless you're just done with Jimmy G. Just can't stand the injuries. Unless you just can't stand Ryan Tannehill's big-ass neck or something. Oh, BYU QBs? Yeah, they all kind of suck. I don't know why you take a fucking BYU QB. He's not even underrated. He's just the best quarterback for that team. No, Ryan Tannehill's probably right where he is. He's a beneficiary of Derrick Henry. But at the same time, he's like a weird key component to that Titans offense to the point where it literally, for some reason, only works out. Like, it's just, he sucks. Like, I normally, guys, I'd agree with you 100%. If you would ask me this 6 months ago, I'd be in your exact, I'd be like, yeah, Tannehill's fucking garbage. But it's like that one thing I'm looking at, that like one shred of like, man, why the fuck does he just keep winning? Like, why are the Titans so much fundamentally better at everything when he's playing? It's like when Jimmy G's out there. No, I'm fine with Mac. I like the future where the Patriots are heading. Yeah, they like win games, but like also Jimmy's probably done now that Purdy's pulling it out. Yeah, but Steelers Nation, they have Derrick Henry and they were losing games. They were winning games without Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. Explain that. That's the fucking mindfuck, isn't it? That's literally what made... Sven will talk about that in a second. They lose games with Derrick Henry and not a quarterback. Ryan Tannehill will win games without Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry can't really win a single thing without fucking Ryan Tannehill. That team is garbage without Tannehill starting. You can look at every they just don't win. They just physically can't win football games. Yeah, they also need a good, decent receiver. Yeah, they need another one, 100%. I'm drafting Jordan Addison. Yeah, let's talk about the two people who haven't declared yet. CJ Stroud, as Ven said. CJ Stroud and Addison have not declared. Jordan Addison. Is that because CJ Stroud doesn't want to be a Texan? Is that what that means? He's like, no, I can't go to Houston. If so, that's the funniest. That's the funniest thing I've seen in quite some time, in my opinion. Because he has till January 16th to declare for the draft. That's Monday. Monday's the last day they can declare. After the 16th, they can't anymore. New coaching, then they'll be fine. New coach and maybe another receiver. Yeah, it's hilarious that CJ Stroud sounds like he might be sticking back for a year. Sticking around the old Ohio State. Wonder why that is. I always wonder why guys would want to stay when you're like a projected top 5 overall pick. It's like, what, are you going to get better? I don't think so. Not a complete overhaul. Yeah, so many mock drafts who did their 1.0s are like, whoa. That's why I think you should always wait till the end of January when everybody's declared and it's final that they're declared too. So that way you don't start overthinking about who is, who isn't, who's going to declare, who's going to somehow undeclare. Whole bunch of crazy. Yeah. I don't know what to think about Bennett, right? He seems good. Kind of smaller with a kind of undersized arm, though, is my big takeaway. I don't really care about the age thing. That's, to me, is irrelevant. But his arm isn't exactly super powerful, and he's kind of small. But I don't know. Everyone's like, Bryce Young is the same size. Yeah, but Bryce Young is also a fucking crazy athlete with a bomber arm. It's if fucking Bennett could throw Bryce Young, nobody would give a fuck about fucking Bennett's height. You can only be short if you can run around like a maniac like Bryce Young and other shorter guys like Kyler. Because again, I know Stetson can move a little bit, but it's it's not enough to excuse being 5'11". But also, I don't think height really. I don't give a fuck. But that's going to be something against him. Height usually kills a pocket. Not a pure scrambler. I guess I don't really know what you'd call Bennett. Is he like a balanced QB? I guess, for lack of a better word. I can run a little bit, but I mainly pass. But I can run. Yeah, I'm very surprised he hasn't declared. I think the Patriots are going to look around. I hope we don't go Bill O'Brien. The 2024 QB class is going to be stacked if Strauss stayed. Yeah, it's going to be one of the best in a while. I don't want the Patriots to sign Bill O'Brien because of that. Plus, a lot of people don't like Bill O'Brien. I'd rather sign the Vikings offensive quarterback coach. Like guys like that. I'd rather go get the Colts receiver coach, which is Reggie Wayne. I'd rather go get someone who isn't a failed coach, who people fucking hate. Again, I'd prefer not to have a failed coach who people don't like. I'm gonna be very blunt about this. No, I don't want any of them losers. No, I don't. Not really. I'd be kind of upset if we fucking hired either one of them. There's probably a billion better options than them two. I'd prefer to fucking just promote Nick Caley. He's probably a better option than those two. There's a reason they got fired from the NFL. Nah, I'd rather not hire a failed coordinator. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Another guy who just, I'm good. Rather have a young guy who understands offensive football and the future of it, not some idiot who couldn't make Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins work. I'm actually good on that whole thing. The more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want the guy who couldn't make DeAndre Hopkins work. I'm good. Nah. First round pick. DeAndre's worth at least a first and a couple other picks. Bennett, he's got no choice. Zach Robinson, yeah, I'd take Zach Robinson. He'd be a good guy to have as a coordinator, a quarterback coach. There's I'd literally just rather go get somebody's quarterback coach who's very promising and promote them up to our coordinator and give someone a shot. I literally would rather do that because like there's a big part of me that's just like fuck all them loser ass goddamn guys who failed as head coaches. You know how many people probably don't like them dudes? Like, this is gonna hurt us from getting like a shot at like real coordinators. I mean, if the Patriots did go with I wouldn't mind Kingsbury if he brought in Zach Robinson with him. Why do you not like Stetson Bennett? Do you think he's just... No, I do. I can think about things. Now that I know that we're actually interviewing a bunch of people and it's not just going to be some weird nepotism hire from the Patriots, then yeah, I would really like to see us go look around and not hire Bill O'Brien. Some fucking dipshit. Nick Caley, he's our tight ends coach. I don't know, Jeremy. He could be this year. I like the 49ers quarterback coach. I think we should take a look at that guy. I think he might be a good option for us or somebody associated with the 49ers. Yeah, that's probably good for now. Those are the guys I'd look at. And maybe Mark Brunell from the Lions, yeah. I was just about to get to Mark Brunell. I also really like Mark Brunell from the Lions. He's getting overhyped. Stetson Bennett is nothing but people think. Yeah, I don't know anyone who's Bennett. The most I've seen out of Bennett is everyone knows he's going to be a late round draft pick. I've seen some like weird people saying like he could be a first. It's like, nah, nothing about that guy screams first round draft pick. He's 5'11" with a weak arm and a tiny frame. He's like a weird Andrew. If Andrew Luck was like sick, like if Andrew Luck had cancer for most of his life, then got cured at like 18, that's what Stetson Bennett feels like. I don't even know why that is. That feels mean to say. He just looks like a weird Make-A-Wish version of Andrew Luck, and I'm not really sure why that is. It just, I'm good. Rex Ryan is still discussing how... Would you take Kellen Moore? No, he's a coordinator for the Cowboys, right? This feels like a... or Andrew Luck. I think Ben Johnson will become the Panthers or Texans head coach. I don't think Ben Johnson's quite ready to be a head coach. I think he's going to be the Lions OC for another year, but we'll see about that. Yeah, if Andrew Luck didn't eat for 20 days and got hobbled at the knees and can only walk around 4 inches shorter. Yeah, a lot of people like Ben Johnson for Detroit. A lot of people like that guy. His offense is really good this year. Rodgers, I haven't really talked too much about it. I can go back into it. Yeah, we can go back into it. Nothing's really changed for me, right? I still don't know what he's going to do, and I'm still leaning on he plays next year. He's from Carolina. That could be a problem. He might want to be the Panthers coach. It'd be weird to go to the Panthers, though. They're like a run-first football team. That guy's like a passing expert. That'd be a weird switch of pace. Yeah, I just don't know what he's going to do. He could leave the team. He could stick around. He could retire. It's just, when does he know? Has he made an announcement when he's going to make his decision? I know he said he was going to be pretty quick with it this offseason, right? If Bruce Arians unretired and Bill Belichick got him. Bruce Arians is that'd be funny. Tom Coughlin is probably at a retired home run. I didn't even know he was alive. Next year, yeah, I'm pretty sure Aaron's going to play another year. I don't think he wants his career to end on like that kind of note. Pat's hire Matt Canada. Oh yeah, that'd be a good hire. Imagine Reed, the Patriots hire Andy Reid. He said he's going to take his time. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Why not just announce it and get it over? Like, what are you doing? Why are you going to do this to these people again? Now these poor Green Bay fans have to go a whole nother offseason wondering if he's going to be around again. Be like, we're ready to commit to Jordan. I'm back for another year, baby. Like, oh, what a dick. But see, this year you guys will be like, we're ready for you to come back, Aaron. Let's go. And he's going to be like, I retire. It's just going to be like, what? That would be the funniest, like, just because it's not going to be like some great retirement. It's going to be just like when he came back, he's going to be like, I retire. He's just going to walk away, and it's going to be like, that was that. His last throw was really picked off by Kirby Joseph. And guess what? There'll probably be zero shot he comes back, like in some very over dramatic way, like Brady. That guy will just never be seen again. Like he's going to retire. And you know how at the end of Sandlot, they're going over what happened to the kids at the end of the movie? They're going to be like, and and Aaron Rodgers got really into the 1970s and we never really seen him again. Next time we'll find out we're going to be watching America's Most Wanted and his picture is going to pop up. His name was Aaron Rodgers. They have like cool highlights of his film. After playing, he got into the Nicaraguan jungles and started manufacturing ayahuasca. And then there's going to be like weird undercover video of him like sawing someone's head off for being a narc. Speaking some fucked up language. And just head. And everyone's gonna be like, Jesus Christ. Now he calls himself the Pac-Man. It's like, he's got bad CTE. It's just that's all we can assume is just some terrible case of CTE and fucking drug abuse. It's just like, Jesus. Oh, Tyreek Hill? There's probably a 0% shot he comes to New England. Pretty sure he's like a lifelong Dolphins fan, and we kind of fucked that team over like once or twice. We're kind of like the only team that can fuck him over, the Patriots. I don't think he likes us at all. I don't think he's got any fucking use for the New England Patriots. Probably grew up a Miami fan, so he probably grew up hating the Patriots. Like, you got to remember, anybody who grew up a Miami fan probably just instinctually just kind of fucking hates the Patriots. Yeah, more than likely the Patriots are going to go stupid hard for someone like D-Hop. Yeah, they're going to offer a first and probably, because you know how the Patriots have, what, like 3 or 4 fourth-round picks this year? They're going to offer at least 2 of them and not even flinch. Because the Patriots have 11 draft picks, and there's like 7 of them between the 3rd and 4th round. It's fucking insanity how many picks they got in the middle. How many, like, what's it called? Compensation picks they got. You know, Big Ben would always eat a box of chocolates before game day. That's hilarious, Big Ben. Imagine 49ers get Bray. That'd be a good pickup. I think I'm on Ross St. Brown, top 15. He's probably top 10. Then Aaron Rodgers stuff was hilarious content. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Probably the Packers is number 1 destination for Hopkins. No, it's not, per Sportsbook. Yeah, that's like when the Patriots are always the top team to get a receiver. I understand that move a lot, but I don't see it happening. You'd have to give up one of your young receivers. See, the Patriots, the thing is, the Patriots have this ability where they could also sweeten the pot by giving up a first, a fourth, and Tyquan Thornton. And again, I know Tyquan Thornton ain't shit, but again, he's a promising young receiver, just like a lot of the Packers kids are. The Cardinals will probably want a player to replace Hopkins in that trade. So you probably would have to give up either Dobbs or fucking Watson, and you don't want to do that if you're going to go get Hopkins. Like, you want to get more. You hop to the Jets? Maybe. The Jets don't really need another receiver. That'd be kind of a wasteful pick. The problem is D-Hop isn't going to go to either the Giants or the Bears. You have to remember one thing with DeAndre Hopkins. He has a no trade. He has a full no trade clause. He has to waive it. He has to waive that no trade to be sent somewhere. So there's like probably 6 fucking teams that can actually get him. Like it's probably like the Chiefs, the Bills, the Patriots, because fucking Hopkins loves goddamn Bill Belichick in New England. If you don't believe me, go look this up. It's a very common known thing. The Browns are probably one of his top 3 personal destinations because of him and Watson and how good those 2 fucking dudes were together. So my personal guess is he's either sent to like the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to go ridiculously hard for him as well, but I don't really see them trading him to the Chiefs. The Patriots or the Browns are my 3 spots for him most likely to go. Hopkins on the Saints, that'd be a good move. Moore and Davis are bums. Jets have 1 good wide receiver. Elijah Moore is probably actually good, but I think the problem with him is the quarterback situation. And again, you don't really need to keep adding receivers. You're not fixing anything there. You're just adding more receivers and more problems and more big egos that might get angry. Plus, like, are you going to replace Garrett Wilson as the 1? Or who's playing the 1, DeAndre or Garrett? Are you really going to tell Garrett Wilson after his fucking breakout year as a rookie with no quarterback getting 1,100 yards that he can't play the 1? Sayonara locker room. Like, that's not the right move for the Jets. Not yet, anyway. Not without an actual quarterback. Too many mouths in the kitchen, no one to feed them. Literally no one to feed them. Again, the Patriots and DeAndre Hopkins and Bill Belichick and DeAndre Hopkins are like this. It's like the Hunter Henry situation. So, Mike White is Josh. No, I think the Jets will be fine once they go get like a good bridge quarterback and maybe draft like a Hendon Hooker or something. Christian McCaffrey. When healthy, McCaffrey overall probably Eckler because he doesn't get hurt like that. Hopkins to Browns or Ravens, I would shit my pants. Browns feel like a really good destination. Nah, not really. I'd say he's kind of a victim of a bad system more than a bad player, but all right. Dude has one of the top 10 rookie seasons of all time, and he's like, he sucks now because he had Matt Patricia. And what about his rookie year when he was like had one of the top 10 rookie seasons of all time? What's that mean? What does that tell you? His regression was system-oriented. But hey, the Patriots are the only team that can't have anything. You know what's interesting? The Patriots are the only team where our players are just shitty and the scheme and everything else is not considered. It's just a bad player. See, it's just Mac being shitty. He doesn't know that like our offense might have been one of the worst called offenses in league history. Like he just doesn't care. It's literally only the Patriots. If I was to point out that like why does no one on his offense put up any points or score anything, he'd be like, dude, you don't understand. There's problems with like the offensive scheming of Mike LaFleur. There's problems with like, you know, the offensive line. He would make 1.5 million excuses. All right, have a good one, Jeremy. As to why his team didn't score a touchdown in the last 3 weeks of the season. He's probably a Jets fan. But is it just because all the players on your offense suck? Literally 0 touchdowns in 3 weeks. What happened? Have a good night, Nathan. Hopefully you won. We'll be getting out of here soon, too. I don't want to argue with anybody. This has been a fun stream. Josh. If you want to get into the nuances of why Mac Jones struggled, there's a very good clip by Michael Lombardi out there where he explains that one of the problems with Matt Patricia and the way he calls offense, and I've explained this since the start of the year, and it's something I thought I noticed. When you watch the Patriots offense, go watch a series of like 3 or 4 series for them. And just kind of note note what's being called. Look at the plays they're running, and tell me, is there any rhythm to that? Is there any momentum built? Like, and look for successful plays. Even watch them run 3 plays in a row that, like, not in a row, but like watch them run 3 plays where they'll get successful plays, but they're not building. I know. I'm just trying to, like, but they're like, the plays wouldn't build off of each other. They wouldn't develop off of each other. It'd be like, let's just call a random run, random pass. Like, his problem maybe wasn't necessarily picking plays, but what he didn't call offense, he just picked plays. That was what Matt Patricia, he didn't know. I don't think he fundamentally understood that offense isn't just like picking plays. It's like a whole series of events that should build off of one another, that keep building. Like, there should be schemas and plans, and like plays should be selected way ahead of time. Like, it's like there's so much difference in like picking plays and then like having an offense. And the problem for the Patriots was they were having a coordinator who only picked games and has never been a coordinator for a second-year quarterback, who was just with one of the greater fucking game planning coordinators in Josh McDaniels. Tua retires due to injury. I wouldn't say that's that hot of a take. I wouldn't be shocked if he did that. Yeah, same here, Josh. I would really like to have gotten Justin Fields. I'm happy with Mac Jones. He was my second option, but I really wanted Justin Fields. But hey, we'll get a mobile quarterback soon. Well, not really, actually. Probably not. He's not immobile. He's kind of like Matt Stafford, if that makes sense. Where he's not immobile, but he's not mobile. It's like, yeah, if he's got that 10 yards of open space, he'll go get it. But that's probably that. Yeah, next to Lamar, yeah. Right now he is, because he's a little younger than Lamar. All right, though, guys. It's 11 o'clock, though. I am probably going to go to bed in the next hour because I got to be up at 6 because I got class at 8:30 tomorrow, mainly just because it's this weird hybrid class I'm in. Half online, half in person, yada, yada. All right. I appreciate you guys. Again, we'll be live for 2 games tomorrow. We'll be live at 4. What time does that start? 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. We'll be live for the Seahawks and 49ers. Hell yeah, go past Jehu. You have a good night, Josh. Yep, we're doing watch parties, Lions. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate everyone who came out tonight. This was quite a busy stream. Yeah, stud. I think a lot of, if you played Madden and beaten it on like all Madden difficulty, you could probably call a better game than Matt Patricia. Well, I don't know. By the end of the season, I will defend Matt Patricia a little bit. It seemed like he kind of started understanding offense at the very end, but it was far too late. All right, have a good night, Gabriel. Lions, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Stud, Josh, Lions Planet, Jehu, Ven, Nathan, Jeremy, everybody who might be listening. I'm sorry if I forgot you. Kenny, if you're still listening. Pretty much everybody. I thank you guys. Thank you for the likes you left. I appreciate that very much. I think we hit just under 20, or we hit just at 20. Let me go look. But again, we're doing both the games tomorrow. Should be a full ass busy. Oh wow, we had 200 views on the stream. Almost. Holy moly. One of my biggest streams I've done in a while. But yeah. All right, guys. We'll be live for tomorrow, and it should be a pretty good time. Well, not non-reaction streams anyway. It's nice. Thank you, guys. It was a good stream. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for making it very fun. Very good time. All right. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. I can't wait. Fucking playoffs start tomorrow. It's kind of a bittersweet thing, though, right? It's the playoffs on this hand, but then it's like, oh no, in 4 weeks, the season's over. And then we have to watch the fucking XFL for several weeks and just feel absolutely miserable. Like, oh, this is, at least it's not as bad as the USFL. Which is true. The XFL was way better. So, all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 4:30, we have the Seahawks and 49ers. Or I'll see you at 8:15 for the Chargers and Jaguars. Or I'll see you for both. I don't know. All right. Have a good night. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, go Patriots. Yeah. The USFL and the XFL. It'll be awesome. We'll be supporting the XFL. We're a St. Louis Battlehawks channel here. So, long live the St. Louis Battlehawks, who are really, really bad. Peace out, everybody.